everyone, Lasse Markussen here. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how we book 20 calls a month for multiple B2B software clients. If you don't know me, I'm Lasse, I'm 16-year-old and I run a cold calling agency. So in this video I'm going to show you exactly how we book meetings and how we handle multiple clients and how we onboard our clients so that we can actually go ahead and perform. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's say that we get a client on a sales call and they decide to work with us. So the first phase will always be to establish ourselves. We do this by creating a Slack channel and just establishing the overall goals of the collaboration and setting the expectations from the get-go, which is super important. Then what we do is we hop right into the onboarding, where we have our onboarding form, where we need the company to describe what they do. We give them a very specific form intro, where we then get some product and USP overview. So we ask them simple questions about the product so we can get an overall understanding of what it is. Like most of these appointment setters or agencies that do roughly what we do, they would stop asking questions after this one. But since we actually want to perform for our clients, we need a lot of a deeper understanding. So that's why we ask questions in depth so we can actually get a real understanding of the features and the problems they solve to create value. So you can see we have a whole question sequence around the features and the problems of the specific product so we actually understand it. Then what we have is a long page where we understand the specific ICP that we have to target, making sure that we don't book any unqualified calls, as our clients will only be happy if they actually speak with qualified decision makers in companies that are within their market. So what we then do is we ask questions just to get an understanding of the market and how they kind of have sold their service before. Then we ask for company info, and all of the onboarding form is then plugged into an NLN workflow, which basically does both script writing and lead scraping. So the script writing, we use ChatGPT combined with the DISC framework. So the different types of personalities, the direct one, the impulsive, the supportive, and the calculating type of person, we have it create using our scripting structure and our way to structure a cold calling script. We create a script that's based around the different personality types. So there's different ways where we would pitch a product to be relevant to different prospects depending on their personality type, which you can, with a bit of training, you can easily spot what kind of prospect you're actually talking to, which is pretty cool when you do it like this. So yeah, then we have ChatGPT write the permission-based opener basically, and also the the pitch that we're gonna pitch all of them. We have it write out probing questions, objection handling, closing the appointment, everything. So what we also use NLN for is scraping ICP leads. So the way we scrape leads for our clients and find who to actually call up is that we scrape within the specific ICP that was given to us in the onboarding formula, and then we use Wizard, so that will allow us to do waterfall enrichment. This basically means that we can get access to the direct phone number of the people who we're calling, which will save us like hundreds of hours over a year of not speaking to gatekeepers and receptionists, which is only good because then we make lots of money. Now, once we have all of this done, we will go ahead and focus on cold calling volume. So our primary goal will always be to have roughly 100 cold calls a day. So here what we will do is that we will implement a trained cold caller with B2B experience who can just consistently go out and put out those numbers using our dialer. So what we do here is that once the cold callers are cold calling and all that, we are tracking every exact number of every micro conversion. So like, what's the pickup rate? How many of these pickups do we actually get to pitch? And how many of these pitches actually turns into booked meetings? And from this we get all our metrics, which we can then go ahead and optimize when we see there's a bottleneck. So let's say that we pickup rate is like normal 50% or something like that, but let's say that the pitch rate is very low. So let's say we only pitch 10%. Then we know that we need to optimize the opener. And then we go ahead and optimize the bottleneck, which we can see in the system, by focusing on tonality, relevance, uncovering pain, objection handling, all this kind of stuff, and just rewriting the script with something else. So creating new stimuli if something's not working. So we track every single number, so we can scientifically optimize every component of the script to be within KPI. And that's how we know we have a predictable system which we can scale in volume and book more meetings. Now, apart from this, we also create this feedback loop. So what this means is that when we have the status of lots of cold calls here, we of course take notes at every call. So using the notes and the segmentation of all of the calls outcome, we then use AI to get feedback from what the market is actually thinking about the product. So we then use this feedback to reiterate our stimuli and basically our targeting. So we will create this feedback loop of data from over here with notes specifically to every cold call, as well as the outcome of that cold call, which we can segment using AI. And AI can pretty much give us an overview of what the market is actually thinking. So here's an example. If they can say like they're using a competitor, it's not a priority right now. You get the point, right? So we use AI to find out what is actually the entire market's perspective on this product. And yeah, we then use that to rewrite the script, to craft new stimuli and all of this. And we use that data to find more qualified prospects to reach out to via Wizard, which we then again feed into the system, which will give us more data and more to act on, so we can actually optimize all the way through. Now, that is how we deliver our service. By the way, if you are a B2B SaaS company, there is a link down below where you can book a call with me. Don't worry, it won't be a high pressure sales call, so you can you can leave your card at home. It will just be talking about if it would make sense for us to do cold calling for you and get you a bunch of appointments. I don't really care if you click it or not. I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.